Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Scottish Sim Guy, and here we are on Kinlaig. So I have literally just got in from work, got a quick change, ran up into my room for where I do all my videos and stuff, and yeah, I'm going to have a little look about on the Highlands Fishing DLC. So we are on Kinlaig, so you are seeing this for the first time. This is the first time I've seen this map. I've stayed away from watching people's videos on the map tours, whatever. I know that Mr. Silly P's done a map tour, I know that Scroft's done, he's done I think 3 episodes so far of a little series, so I've kind of stayed away from actually watching any of them because I want to see this first hand for the very first time myself. Going by that this looks absolutely stunning, so we're going to jump in, have a little look about. By no means is this a map tour, am I showing you around the whole entire map. This is me having a look around, giving you my first impressions, giving you a look at the map if you haven't seen already, but I'm sure a lot of you have, and just give you my views on what I think of the map. And because a lot of people sometimes are a bit unsure of buying a new DLC when it comes out, and they like to see what it's like first. So with this, it gives people a little bit of a view into what this DLC is and about. A lot of kind of avenues to go down by reading things. Obviously, fishing is a big thing, but I'm kind of probably going to stay away from that. So we'll jump straight in, and basically here we are in the map. So I'm just going to go into settings just now. I want to turn off auto save. Not that I need time scale or anything. I'll leave everything else as it is. So this is the starting farm here on Kinlaig. I really do like that house. That is really nice. The actual detail round about this is actually pretty good. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I mean, look at the detail in the rock over here. That is absolutely amazing. This is really good. And if rumours are to be true, the Oxygen David had a bit to do with this map. How much he done, I don't know, but if it is very true, you can see his influence in it already. You really can. I think this is a DLC that Giants have pulled out, and I think it is going to really hopefully not save their game, but in the start the game wasn't that good and things were going on with it. So this is the farmhouse. This is I think his name is Walter. Don't quote me on that because I don't do all these little guys. So let's zoom in and let's see if that gives you that name of that guy. I'm pretty sure it is Walter. It is Walter. So that's Walter. So this is a farmhouse. I think you can. Oh. Can you go in it? Yeah, you can. So you can go in a farmhouse and have a little look about. Oh, bagpipes above the fireplace. That's a little bit creepy. Walter follows you wherever you go. So Walter's kind of staring at us here right now. I love the effect on that glass. It's kind of, yeah, it's really nice. So yeah, it's so the farmhouse works, you can obviously get in it and things like that, so I'm not going to walk about the farmhouse too much, but yeah, so that's the main farmhouse. We've obviously got a T8020 New Holland. Now I think that's about 300 odd horsepower, that'll be like 350 or something like that, horsepower that is. Wonder what horsepower it is. Go to vehicles. So let's see what the vehicles we start with. Obviously start with a set of pallet forks. We start with a burning trailer. We start with what looks like a 3 metre power harrow, 3 metre cedar. We start with our JCB Fast Track 2115 4WS. We've got a Crown cultivator, a knocker, eco cultivator 3 metre. We've got the Fergie combine. We've got a New Holland weight block. Oh, it's 281, sorry. 281 horsepower in that T8020. Not as much horsepower as what I thought. I thought it was, for some reason I thought it was over 300 horse, but maybe not. And then a little Pottinger wagon. We've got the loader there, which means there must be a tractor with. Again, it's not the New Holland, so it must be the JCB that's got. JCB must have a loader on it. So here's a shed here. Oh, it's a sheep shed. That's quite nicely done. So that's a sheep shed here. Can you open that up? Oh, it's only that one, the middle one it opens. So yep, little sheep shed in here. That's actually really well done. More or less like a sheep shed in all honesty, because you don't have usually a feeding passage that something can fit up. Usually you just have a little passage, you can walk up, put bags of feeding in here, little square bales or whatever out. Not always do they have, as a sheep shed got a full-sized feeding passage. Got some bales sitting there, and we can pick them, so we do start with them to feed the sheep. Fantastic. I didn't know if they were decoration or not. So we've got a shed here, so we've got our bunning trailer, Pottinger wagon. We've got a front mower, so I dare to say the idea is to cut with a front mower and lift straight away. There's no back mower. But thinking of what I'm going to do, I want to have a real good look about the map. I'm actually thinking that if I'm going to start, I don't know if you can delete buildings on this, and we'll actually find out. Construction. So can you delete? Oh, you can delete buildings. So everything that lights up you can delete. Can you delete gates and things? Yep, you can. Can you delete? Yep, you can. So that's absolutely brilliant. You can delete all these. Right, so you can delete these. Now, my thoughts are maybe for the fact that if I was to use this area as a starting for my Let's Play, I would delete a good bit of the buildings since I can. It's kind of just, that's a big area out with this, with literally 3 sheds on it. An old shed away down there, this grain shed here, which I don't know if that's a silage bunker inside that or if that's grain that gets tipped in there. And then that's a silage, indoor silage, that must be a grain shed, that's a silage shed. There's a shed with a fast track and that in it. So I'm kind of under understanding that if I want to start a series on this, and be it that I don't know if I want to start out massive, I might want to build myself up, so I might end up just starting with like these sheds here, that sheep shed, maybe that shed there, get rid of that shed, get rid of all them, and just kind of make this a bit tighter in here, and maybe have a cow shed in here, have Highland cows and somewhere to stack bales, and then I can progress and make myself bigger as I go, or I go somewhere else and do the same thing, or I go somewhere else and build a big brand new farm for myself. Well, not a big farm, but I don't want to get too big on the map, but probably will be using, I kind of think I will use the fast track. I do like this old fast track, it's fantastic. So that's a kind of thinking of it. So yeah, I mean, layout wise, yeah, fantastic. It's really nice. For me, being used to what I'm used to here in Scotland, I would have it a bit tighter and closer together. Just as you get into here, this is too open from here. You would find something else in here, or that would just be slightly different. You wouldn't just have from this point here a big massive area in there with just that shed and then an old shed away down there. So I would need to have a real good think about it, but we'll have a wee wander about the map, have a wee drive round about, and see. I think that'll maybe just kind of float up above and show you round about as well. But we'll head away down here and just have a wee explore about the map. And but 100%, that's just a wee first look for people. My first look. So I think what we start with is this field here in front of us. That's a pasture there. Start with this area out here, which is all woodlands, so you can develop that if you wanted to, make it into fields. That's the old shed there. We start with this field here and 2 down across the road there. That's obviously another house there. I think, yeah, so there's a kind of town area up here, and I dare say that's all productions and tip stations and buying and selling points there. As everything's kind of up the top end of the map, kind of river flows down here. That looks like a few productions. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4 productions up there, and a good lot of tip stations, so basically places to sell. And then places you can buy from as well, loading stations. So loading stations are places you'll buy from, tip stations are where you can sell. And then some productions down here, down the side of the river here. So yeah, we'll just have a little drive about and a little explore and just let you see the map. Have a wee drive round about. I think it is quite, kind of drive more or less round in a circle. So if I come out the farm, go down here, go down into the town, drive round about there, drive round that circuit there and probably round there and down, and then yeah, I'll show you as much of the map as I can, let you see. So I think you start off with some Highland cows because it is a Highlands fishing, so we'll start off with some Highland cows. So I think that's what I'll end up doing. If I did use this farm, I might make this area on the left, an area for a pasture as well, some sheep or that in that, and have a fence in and have it, you're driving up between 2 fields. If I was going to do something like starting off with a farm rather than working my way up. Right, so we'll go down to the left here and drive down towards this area down here. So by the looks of it, yeah, really do like the look of this map. Even down to the roads where they've got patches of tar here and there, and the lines are worn, they're not nice and new, they are worn. So I'm going to go here through this wee bit. This is Kinlaig. So it does, feel authentic. Gates into fields rather than being too open. I dare say there'll be some open fields, but it's Scotland, more or less. Majority of the fields, especially up in the Highlands, will all be fenced in. This, speed bumps in the road and things like that, and a wee cobbled area, here. Yeah, this is really, really good. Look at this. This is fantastic. I mean, probably wouldn't get many tractors driving through it. It looks a bit like Edinburgh, the old town in Stirling. So yeah, this is really, really nice. Really, really well done, I must admit. Right, we're going to turn right here, go down here. No, this is, so yeah, looking forward to playing this map in all honesty. Looking forward to seeing what else comes out, mod wise, depending what happens. So this is a kind of wee road, kind of sitting elevated up here. Is that castle down there? That's the fish market there. Yeah, this is really, really nice, I must admit. So we'll come down here. Yes, yeah, I just really do like the look of this, I must admit. You know, I don't tend to do much productions and things like that. I kind of just sell my stuff. I'm not really into that kind of thing. Thing for me is, yeah, it makes you more money, but realistically, for me, from working on farms, is like, you didn't do all that. You didn't have productions. You just sold your grain, sold things, and that was that. So I kind of keep it like that. Right. So I'm going to head back the way, actually, and I'm going to, there's an old 3-wheel car there. I mean, I know Scotland's kind of a bit backwards at times, but not everything needs to be vintage. I see there's an old Range Rover there as well. So we'll head out along here, watch not knock anybody down. But yeah, this is just really, really nice. Oh, sorry, red light went through it. Police will be after me in a second. So that looks like a train line there, coming, you know, going over the water, and this going over, and then we're into some fields here. Bridge out there in the distance. So that either kind of does look like either the Isle of Skye Bridge, or could well be the Keswick Bridge at Inverness, because it kind of does look similar. That bridge, and whether you can travel out that or not, I don't entirely know. So this takes you down into another wee area here, one-way system. We'll travel just round the one-way system here. What have we got? Morning roll, and wee shops and that here. Left or right? What's up there? That must be into the castle. Right, so we'll just, that must be a road that swings all the way around from the castle, maybe for parking or something, takes you down right next to the water. The traffic is definitely heading towards the bridge, so I'm going to just head along. I dare say I'll need to stop and turn round about, because I don't know if it takes you over there. I don't think so. It's going to tell me, isn't it? I'd be surprised if I can go over the bridge. Well, there's nothing stopping me yet. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Thought so. Right, so you can't go over the bridge. But I wonder how far out in the water with the water you can go with the boats, because obviously you can fish. There's that a lighthouse over there in the distance. That'll be productions and sell points down in there. See, there's kind of areas like this, you know, like, it's not necessarily a field, but you've got a guy camping there. But if you were to buy, I mean, can you buy this plot of land? Where are we? Can you? Does that come with 15? No, it doesn't. Does it come with 70? Yeah, it does. So you could buy that plot of land and make, no, you could make this a field. You could, a pasture, and put sheep in it, and put a fence and gates round about it. So there's like, in areas like that, so there's areas to expand and make fields, not necessarily where there are fields, which is a good thing. What way will I go? I'll go right round. Yeah, I'll keep following right round. This takes you to a castle as well. I mean, the castles are in the game. But yeah, no, this, I really, really do like this, I must admit. I'm really, really liking this. I mean, look at that. It's like, that's what a Scottish road's like. It's just full of patchwork tar, because nobody takes, when the councils are terrible with the roads, so it is really, really authentic. I mean, look at this. I mean, I don't know if this is buyable. You could stick a mat down and make this your house, and you could do start off here. Take that, you know, you could quite easily take that tree down, splat a couple of sheds in here, start off. I mean, I don't know whether I'm going to start off with doing a bit of contracting, or if I'm going to start off with a farm or start off with a smaller version of the starting farm. I really need to figure that out, but as I say, this video is just a little my first look at the map to see what it's like, and in all honesty this is really good. I'd be hard, I think it would be easy to say that this might well be one of the best maps that Giants have ever produced. And I'm not just saying that because it's a Scottish map and it's a UK map, but the detail is just a lot better than what they usually produce. And there's lots of forest areas as well, so if you're into forestry and all that, look at all this area up in here for doing forestry, but then you turn that into fields and stuff like that as well. There's this big area in here on the right hand side, round about that. There's just so many places where you can just expand and not necessarily need to stick to the fields that are there. Whether you're into that, I don't really I'm not really into forestry, and I'd probably come into an area and just with the tree be gone and just get rid of the trees and not bother making any money from them, but that's what I'd kind of do. So this is kind of heading my way up a hill now. There's the bus. So yeah, this is just really, and then look at that all lying away down in the low. Is that a farm down there? I think there are, from what I read, I think there's 2 farms on the map at least. Yes, that looks like a farm down there on the lowland there. Let me just park into the side here out the way. I'm just going to jump up into construction. Actually, I'll jump on the map. So that looks like a farm area down here on the flattish land. So I'll jump into construction. We'll take a wee jump up and a wee... Yeah, so that is a farm there, which looks like... Right, so that's got... grain bin there, but I think that might be the tip point there, which means that shed will open. I'll have a wee look about. That's a shed. That's a shed. Silage pit. I like the look of that actually. And then there's that looks like a cattle shed. So this could be an area to build. You've got a train track running right along the side of you there. I'd probably fence that off. That's a crossing point. If I was to do something here, there's a good bit of area here to expand and plough out and make that a field, and down on the flat, or do you go up one, have a farm on the hill? But yeah, no, definitely need to do some real exploring, having a look about, just to figure out what I'm going to do. I might end up starting off and then changing it as I go, and start off small and then just go, right, I've built a farm, which I might do. I might start off and try and make money and then just all of a sudden go and build a farm. So yeah, a big lay-by up here on the right hand side. Looking across the castle ruin there. A little, yeah, that's really, look at that. It's just absolutely fantastic. It is really well done, this. Really well done. So there's a house away up here, and there's a house down there. Or is that more a building? Yeah, I'm really liking this. So yeah, so that looks like a shed there. That looks like a house there because it's got somebody at it. So up on the left, it's not showing anything. That one over there is just a shed by the looks of it. So we'll go down and investigate this little shed, because that's then somewhere you could maybe start, take a couple of trees down, place something. So that is a shed, but I don't know if you buy that plot of land, does that shed then open up to be able to use it. That's the access into the castle. I'll whiz up. We'll whiz away up, and I like the size of the fields. Nothing's too massive, you know. They're kind of not bad. Whoa, boss! Yeah, they drive like that in Scotland as well, in real life. Yeah, nothing, the fields aren't too massive. They are really well done. Nothing too big, but no adequate size for the area. So there's a house there, which you could quite easily expand out the back, get the tree bee on, and kind of make something in here. Be that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what way I'm going down. I mean, I've done Let's Plays before, and I've usually done it off of a farm build. I don't know if I want to, if I want to make this Let's Play last and go a long time, to start off with just a couple of implements and one tractor, and just do a bit of baling and do this and build the money, buy more equipment, do more things. So there's a shed just sitting away down there as well. So, I mean, you could have that, you could start here quite easily as well. Yeah, there's just so many options just now. But I will just need to have a right good look about the map. I usually do that by jumping up into construction and just having a right good look around and go over it. So yeah, I'd fence and hedge that field in and not have it open straight from the road. So there's a house there with a little track out the back. So technically, I mean, you could end up using that house and having this entrance into the farm here, and have your farm built out the back, and just sacrifice this field here to be able to build something on. Yeah, I think there will be placeables and obviously and all that carry on. So I don't know if there's fences and walls and gates and all that come with the map. I would suspect there is, because there's meant to be a lot of that stuff. So you know what I mean, look at nice hilly field there. Imagine baling that and the bale's taken off, which is usually what happens. But yeah, we'll go round this and down. I think this takes us round to the river. So there's an old ruin there in the trees. Here's the bus coming up the hill. Now, do we go left or right? Left, go left. That's taking up to the castle, so we can have been up the top side of that round the other side. So we'll head down here. So we're coming back down onto the lower land again. No, this is absolute fantastic. Really, yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be good, getting to play this. I'm going to spend all night playing this. But yeah, this is we've done good with this map, that's for sure. We really have. So what's along here? Is there anything along here? We'll take a wee swig along here. Can I cross over anywhere down here? It just takes you, I think there is that a bridge there? Yeah. So, and that just takes you into a lot of forestry area there. So yeah, there could be a cut off point somewhere, kind of the squareness of it's kind of here. So, should be able to cross over down here. So that's what I'll do. I'll just keep trundling down this little road here. There's like the BGA over there. Broth and Kin. Sounds like somewhere that makes soup. What is it? Soup it is. Soup business. But yeah, it's I was enjoying saxling them, that's the thing, and I'll keep that save game there in case I want to. And what's this? Oh, this is a quarry. Look at, yeah, it's all shaped out. That's really well done as well. Not a massive quarry, but yeah, that's really well done. So we've got Cork bridge and then a speed bump going into it. That'll make the tanker fly off the back of the tractor for sure. Hit that at speed, it'll just bounce. But no, this is, you know, a nice little village. Yeah, I'm just going to knock these down. A nice little village here. If you had a wee farm built in the village somewhere, is there a... Yeah, I'm going to go up to the left here because I don't know if this keeps on, how far this keeps going up, if there's another bridge or not. But yeah, this looks kind of nice out here, a wee farm out here on the flat. Could be nice. I think this will only go so far, this road. This road's only going to go so far and then it's going to give us the big X's. Probably just about here, there we are, there we go. Yeah. So you kind of got a big area here on the left that you could buy and expand, put a field in there, and you've also got that area in there, take the trees down and expand that field, split it into two. Yeah. Just so many ideas floating through the head now of what I'm actually going to do. Don't want this jumping on for too long either, but we're on 31 minutes so far. So I think we'll go take it by going up to the left. Will that take me back up and round to the farm? No, it won't. It only takes me up to there. So I need to turn right and turn left again. I'll tell you what. Right, Kinlaig Castle. Right, we'll turn right. Go along here. So there's another field and that in there. We'll go left here. No, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go straight ahead. We'll go past the BGA. We'll go down. And then we'll come back in ourselves and go up and round because that will swing round to the farm. But if I'm right, this goes all the way down to where we came out, I think. I think the shop's down here somewhere as well. Looking at the map. Services. So there's a wee bridge here. Petrol station, yep. So there's a petrol station there. Yeah, this is, oh, look at that, that's stunning. It's like going Finnan Viaduct. You'll get the Harry Potter train coming round that in a second. So no, this is really, really nice. And it's just that low lying mist through this area as well. Yeah, that's stunning. Absolutely brilliant. I'm loving this map, and the fields are, as I say, nothing too majorly too big. I think this is a shop down here. Kilted Pistons. Yeah, so this is and these are bigger fields here, right enough. So this here is the shop. So this is Kilted Pistons, so this is where you can buy all your machinery, etc. Good big area. Kilted Pistons. Right, so I think that's Kinlaig there, which I went through, and I turned left just up at that house up there. So if I was to follow where that red car's coming out, that would take me back to the farm. So I'm actually going to go this way and cut back up that road and show you that bit that I just didn't quite get. And that'll be more or less a little drive through the map as much as I can. This is just, as I say, I'm not a map tour, I'm not, you know, doing anything. It's just this is my first impressions, my first look at it, and I just thought I would stick it up on YouTube for you guys to see. So yeah, no, this is really good, and that's a tight wee bridge. No, it's not too tight, but tight wee bridge to go over, and then you kind of got a So there's so many bits you can make pastures or fields for cattle and sheep, or turn into arable, and yeah, it's looking good. Now, I did kind of notice going through with the equipment that was released, looking at the fact sheets and all the equipment and all that. So, and I think I've said it in a video before, is that the bunning spreader, I'd love a bunning spreader, and there is one, but it's 300 horsepower, and if you're not into playing with big massive kit that size, then that is a big bit of horsepower needed for that Spruce Bridge. Right, so we'll go up to Spruce Bridge up here, speed bump. So I know, was it MNN or something, NNM modding, and so somebody for 22 made a bunning spreader, and it didn't quite make it out for console. It was only for PC, and I don't know if that's in the pipe works again, and obviously it would be detailed up for console with bunning now that they've obviously got the license for it, which I think would be brilliant if they could make that happen and make it come out on is that a farm up there, is it? Yeah, it does look like a farm, doesn't it? So yeah, if they were to do that, be able to do that again, and that came out on console and they got it for console, that would be absolutely fantastic. Road closed ahead. That's brilliant. So yeah, and that would give us a smaller bunning spreader to be able to use, which would be absolutely brilliant. So there's a house in there as well that you could use. Fields here with wooden fence round about it, and I wonder if you could delete them, and if there are, I'm going to go through and see if there's like what there is from each section, because I think you might, if you're able, usually with a map like this, if you can delete the buildings, you can then, you have them at your, you have them there to be able to use and place elsewhere. So I'm hoping that's maybe the case. Looks like a lime station and that in there, and yeah, this is brilliant. This guy, I do like this end of the map up on the hill, smaller fields. Yeah, this is looking really good. See our Spruce Bridge. Over a speed bump. Over the water. Yeah. Telephone box and post box. Yeah, this is fantastic. There's another field in there, and I think it's a wee mini. There's another house there, so I think that's an entrance up, that's a back kind of entrance into the main farm there, and then you've got a house there with a guy standing out it, and this just take you down into a bit of forestry ground, does it? I think so. I think there's a gate, I think a gate into the fields down here. Surely not. Sure, you don't need to come away down here to get into that field. Surely there's a gate further up. Yeah, this is just into a bit of forestry. So yeah, we'll whiz, turn round about. Go up. So yeah, I don't know where to start, guys. It's so hard to decide. Once I've come off recording this and I've kind of really had a right good look round about it on construction, then I'll maybe be able to make my mind up what I want to do and where I'm going to go with it. I do like the idea of building myself up, and if I did then come to, let's say, this farm here, I would then build my own farm on that area. I mean, it's a kind of good area here, must admit. Fields about to do stuff on, so I take it that's an entrance. You can cut up that. See, I'd probably bought, you know, so you've got that big kind of tar road in there, so you'd want that as the main drag in, so I'd kind of extend that field and put some trees along there and put a, so stop you kind of wanting to cut through. I know that's what people want to use cheat mode and cut up through that bit, but then what's the point of having this lovely big drive up and through without actually fully utilising it? Is that hold on guys. I seen a shed. Oh, it's just a shed. I caught the glimpse of a shed in the distance when it's at a farm down there. But yeah, there's just so much to know. What I'll do, I'll stick the tractor up into the farm and I will give you a little bird's eye view all over, just to finish off the video. We're at 40 minutes. But yeah, so then there's like a kind of little dirt track there. It takes you up into that shed at the back, so you do away with this as well and stop that, you know, because you just use that all the time. I feel like what's the point of having, you know, this area is just able to do what you want and drive out, but I'd have this as a paddock and get rid of all that in there. So yeah, I'm in two minds, but I do like, see this, like right there, that there, that's that shed there, the house in front and that shed there, even the sheep shed, just fantastic. Because I'd have that sheep shed and I might even, like, dependent, would get rid of that shed there, put a cattle shed in here somewhere, I'd stack silage bales along the side of that shed, or over there against the rock there, and then you've got a road up into the forestry. So I'll take this round and I'll park it up. I think I might end up using this starter farm, but just change it completely. I just think it's a good area to start from, but we'll see. Right, I'm going to jump out. I'm going to go on construction. So where does that wee forestry? So no, that doesn't it? Takes you up here to a wee field up here, does it? Right. Wee field hiding in the background there. But you've got all this scope to take out all these trees to a certain extent, right round, you know, here. So I mean, if you were into it and wanted to do forestry, then there is no reason why you can't. So yeah, it's and you'd make money from that and extending, but kind of runs down there. So that bit kind of runs down to Kinlaig, so you've got fields down there. It's a decent sized field, takes you right down to the water's edge. There's the boats out there. Obviously, yeah, that's stunning, absolutely stunning. So there's the train there, and that's the town of Kinlaig. So yeah, and then it's like, you know, you could take buy this bit of ground round about that, take those trees down. That's you got a little field in there. What's this here? A little kind of water station. So yeah, there's just so much you can do. That's a house there. So that is Kinlaig there sitting, and then right out kind of bit there. That's for the castle. Island Donnan, what it looks like, sits out in the water. And then we're along here, so there's kind of scope here to be able to, you know, just, and then you wonder if you can get across. You must be able to go across that, must be able to get in on that in a boat. And then kind of that's the edge of the map there. So that is, and then we've seen that second farm there. So down in the flat here, the house next to there, and up here, I thought I'd seen another farm somewhere, or what looked like a farm, maybe not. So that is the, so there's roundabouts right there, so you turn right at that roundabout. We went left, so you turn right, go over the railway track. That looks like the livestock, and that actually does look like you can buy dung and slurry, which would be brilliant if you were doing a contracting and just want to start off and you wanted to spread dung in somebody's field, or slurry. Just makes it, rather than using fertiliser, there's a shop there. So, and then you get some fields up here, so houses. So there's a house sitting kind of edge of a forest. You could have a couple of sheds there, start off there. So yeah, it's there is a lot that we could do. So that is, yeah, that's that. Start a farm, and then up, and there's a viaduct there, round with the train. That's a train. There must be a train station, is it? Not the one in Yellowstone that they take people to and kill them and throw them off the edge, but hey ho. So what's that? Yeah, just try to get the gist of what everything is, and that's Sawmill. There's a wee play park there. Pretty cool. Bus stops. Yep. So no, this is. I think I might end up sticking to this end of the map. And what is that there? Yeah, that's that production. That's the railway up. Yeah, I think I might end up staying with the main farm. Maybe. But if I want to start off as contracting, might build my way up. I don't want to do that, do I? But then I'll build my way up and then go to the main farm and do it how I want it, and then start off and build my way up. Or right, we'll see. I'm in two minds, but I'm rambling on here, guys, and just kind of jumping about and whizzing about. But yeah, it is, I must say, an absolutely fantastic map. So hats off to Giants, to Oxy if he did have something to do with it. Everybody involved, because this is an absolutely amazing map. And I ain't just saying that because it's UK and I'm Scottish. It is very well done. So yeah, it's fantastic in all honesty. So yeah, I am going to have a little play about and see what I'm going to do for doing my series, and hopefully get the first episode done tonight. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching me wander about, ramble about, having my first view and look at Kinlaig. If you are sitting on the fence whether to get the DLC or not, in all honesty, for 22 quid, I think it was 22.50 it cost me. Gets you fast track, gets you that tractor, gets you other equipment, which is worth it as well. Plus you get a new map, and in all honesty, the map's worth it. That itself. So yeah, go and do it. You will not be disappointed, because the detail that's been put into it is just absolutely fantastic. But apart from that, guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.